This is some great news for those that want a fair and honest election. And we hear on Friday, circuit courts were reassigned to SCOTUS judges on Friday. SCOTUS is the Supreme Court of the United States. So as we all want a free and honest election, let us get into the full of this, and you will see how amazing and smart this was for Donald J. Trump, our president, to do this so that we do have a fair and honest election. And many of you can do some research on the Dominion software and how the Dominion voting system worked. But for right now, let's look at who is going to be overseeing these swing states in the United States of America as we move forward to a true and honest vote count. Circuit courts were reassigned to SCOTUS judges on Friday, with conservative-leaning judges overseeing major battlefield states where President Donald Trump is embroiled in legal battles for election fraud. On Friday, the Supreme Court announced the latest allocations of judges made in accordance with the Title 28 United States Code, Section 42, following the recent death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg and the appointment of Amy Coney Barrett under the new order. At least 2 people were appointed by President Donald Trump will be in charge of circuit courts in the still heavily contested battlefield states, with Judge Brett Kavanaugh responsible for the 6th Circuit, where Michigan is located. Associate Judge for the 6th Circuit, Brett M. Kavanaugh. Associate Judge for the 7th Circuit, Amy Coney Barrett. Associate Judge for the 8th Circuit, Brett M. Kavanaugh. Associate Judge for the 9th Circuit, Alina Kagan. Associate Judge for the 10th Circuit, Neil M. So let's take a look and a listen to what this all means and how it's going to work very well for our president, Donald J. Trump. Now we're going to go into all these reassignments and pay attention to the battleground states and who's in charge of those, as we're over here at the SupremeCourt.gov's own webpage. As we blow this up, you can see it's the full webpage, and down here you see circuit assignments. So we're going to zoom in on that so we'll read who is assigned to what states. But before I get into reading this, I want to show you something funny that I found, because I checked this on Reddit to see, I'm here at the SupremeCourts.gov own webpage, but look what happened when I went to Reddit. And as you can see here in the search, it came up, Supreme Court reassigned the circuit court territories. Now let's click on that and see what happens. They actually removed the story. This is not a good thing for those that are trying to steal the election. So here it is. We're over on Reddit. Supreme Court reassigned the circuit court territories. Rule-breaking title. I guess that's, so they canceled the story. But let's read all the Supreme Court justices that will be in charge of certain states. Circuit assignments. It is ordered that the following allotment be made of the Chief Justice and the Associate Justices of the Court among the circuits, pursuant to Title 28 United States Code, Section 42, that such allotment be entered of record effective November 20, 2020. For the District of Columbia Circuit, John G. Roberts, Jr., Chief Justice. Now pay attention to the key battleground states that are having legal litigations in regards to voter fraud taking place. For the 1st Circuit, Stephen Baer, Associate Justice, Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Puerto Rico, Rhode Island. For the 2nd Circuit, Sonia Sotomayor, Associate Justice, Connecticut, New York, Vermont. For the 3rd Circuit, Samuel A. Alto, Jr., Associate Justice, Delaware, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. This guy is one of the most conservative of all the court justices. And Virgin Island. Then we've got, for the 4th Circuit, John G. Roberts, Jr., Chief Justice, Maryland, North Carolina, South Carolina, West Virginia, Virginia. For the Fifth Circuit, Samuel A. Alito, Jr., Associate Justice, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Texas. For the Sixth Circuit, Brett M. Kavanaugh, Associate Justice, Kentucky, Michigan, Ohio, Tennessee. For the Seventh Circuit, Amy Coney Barrett, Associate Justice, Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin. For the Eighth Circuit, Brett M. Kavanaugh, Associate Justice, Arkansas, Iowa, Minnesota, Missouri, Nebraska, North Dakota, and South Dakota. For the Ninth Circuit, Ellen Kagan, Associate Justice, Alaska, Arizona, California, Guam, Hawaii, Idaho, Oregon, Montana, Nevada, North Mariana Islands, and Washington. For the 10th Circuit, Neil M. Gorsuch, Associate Justice, Colorado, Kansas, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Utah, Wyoming. For the 11th Circuit, Clarence Thomas, Associate Justice, Alabama, Florida, Georgia. For the Federal Circuit, John G. Roberts, Jr., Chief Justice. Okay, so as we saw, all the key battleground states have conservative, left or right-leaning Supreme Court justices, true constitutionists. They believe completely and totally in the rule of law according to the United States Constitution.
Just in, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Oh, I hate to break the big news before we get everybody in here, but hey, we got enough in here. The big news is circuit court. The circuit courts, the judges have been reassigned as of today. And I just put that post out, and a lot of people are going, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean for us, for Americans and this election? Well, what that means is all of the circuit courts that everything has to go through in order to get to a full Supreme Court hearing or trial has to go through circuit courts first, Circuit Court of Appeals. Okay? That's why this is huge. And President Trump has reassigned the circuit court justices as of today. It's on the government website. I will post the link in the comment thread of this video later on. I'll post it a bunch of times so you can't miss it. But it's just been, it's effective immediately of today. And let me read to you guys what it's pertaining to. Circuit courts have been reassigned effective November 20th, immediately, ordered pursuant to Title 28, U.S. Code Section 42. So that means, ladies and gentlemen, that, when Rudy and Sydney and Lynn Wood, when they do appeals to lower court decisions, they have to work their way up. And now they have to go through the circuit courts, Circuit Court of Appeals. Okay? So what President Trump just did is he eliminated an entire step. He eliminated an entire step because you want to know who he put in charge of where? Brett Kavanaugh is in charge of Michigan. Amy Coney Barrett is in charge of Wisconsin. Justice Samuel Alito is in charge of Pennsylvania. And Justice Clarence Thomas, ladies and gentlemen, is in charge of Georgia. I never saw that coming. I never saw that coming. As soon as I got word that happened, I could not believe my ears. I could not believe my ears. Get this video out. Share the good news, ladies and gentlemen. And why that's good news is, it's not because Trump has these Supreme Court justices in his pocket. It's because these Supreme Court justices specifically are constitutional textualists. And if you and just to give you an idea of what a constitutional textualist is, Amy Coney Barrett is probably the most constitutional textualist judge there is in the Supreme Court. What it means is, guys, that they do not interpret the Constitution any other way than the way it was written. Is that not genius of Trump? Trump always finishes ahead of schedule and under budget. And everybody's been worried about, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? Are we going to be able to work all these separate cases in all these separate states all up to get one massive Supreme Court hearing? Nope. Not going to need to do that, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, I'll be putting a link to this Supreme Court webpage down below, and you'll be able to see and look at the circuit court judges, the Supreme Court judges that are overseeing these key swing states that are in litigation right now for voter fraud. So, like I always say, seek the truth daily, my friends, and the truth will find you seeking.